if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Well, we have breaking news, folks. We thought we were going to come in earlier because, I don't know, George Clooney might get Biden to drop out, but instead we have an attempted assassination attempt, Luigi, on Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, great news. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We've got the news cycle waits for no one, George. Sometimes you go to sleep and you wake up with a bullet having grazed Trump's ear.
Yeah. Shocking news, definitely. He's doing a rally, he beat and somebody shot at him from a nearby roof, I believe. The shooter has been shot back. He is dead. And we also got one spectator dead, Luigi. The bullet only grazed Trump's ear. That's right, his right ear.
And some amazing photos emerged. The memes have already started, George. It's basically Trump with his hand up and having like a rap video or something.
They pulled him back up and he raised a fist, a clenched fist, and chanted fight, didn't he? And kept chanting fight as they were dragging him down away from the podium.
Yeah. He yelled fight 3 times. Look, it's been decades since the last assassination attempt on a president?
Yes. I mean, last one, as far as it was Reagan, wasn't it?
Yeah, most likely. So it's been like 5 decades.
We have that's where they grazed him. Get down.
And the Secret Service piles on top of him.
Yeah. Basically shoot them, not the great Donald. Is the operating principle of this maneuver.
I was gonna call it Operation Human Shield, but sure.
Seemed to be a little bit of a security failure in this one. I mean, he does a lot. He does a lot of rallies, 100%, but still unacceptable. Look at him. That's where he was.
And the internet went wild.
Pretty clear. He's saying fight.
Yeah. Look, a huge security failure. The fact that there was a rooftop nearby that was not covered, that had a line of sight sort of view to such an event, I guess it's a failure.
Everybody has. Biden made some comments about it, called it unacceptable. It was a failure, Richard. I think that there was even a report that somebody had seen a guy with a rifle and he tried to alert security or police, but to no avail. Somebody had spotted this guy.
That's what a live witness did an interview on BBC or something. That's exactly what they said, that they were pointing at someone with a gun on a rooftop for several minutes, and there was no reaction from the authorities.
Do we have any other information? Speaking at a rally in Pennsylvania, appeared to have been struck by something in the area of his right ear. We saw it. Quickly clutching his ear, ducking to the ground as others leaped to his aid. One spectator was killed, at least 2 were seriously injured. Blood on his face, appeared to be saying fight. He's fine now, as far as we know, obviously. Barring something extreme, they grazed his ear. He's fine.
And to do some political analysis as well, you have to imagine this strengthens his hand. He becomes way more popular after this. I mean, he's a living survivor of an assassination. They came after us, George.
We've got the
Yeah.
name, Thomas Matthew
Yeah.
Crooks, 20 years old. Don't know. I mean, 100%. I don't even have to check. They're already, I'm sure, in every right-wing channel, they're calling him the far left. I don't know what he is. We don't exactly. Yeah,
Here's
give
what
us some information.
what Reuters came up with. State voter records show that Crooks, the assassin, was a registered Republican. He lived
Yeah.
an hour away from the venue where this took place. But when he was 17, he made a $15 donation to a political action committee that raises money for left-leaning and democratic politicians. That's pretty much it.
Historic, though, right? Look at him. Tatake, tatake. Bite.
Peacefully.
It's gonna help him 100% if you wanna get into the politics of this.
For sure.
Imagine if they had Grace Joe, by the way, he'd probably die, right? If they had gotten his ER.
Probably, and the Democrats would get a very easy way out into running another candidate.
But let's focus, Luigi. Let's focus on the historic occasion of what has happened.
It's sad, but I mean, okay, obviously there was security failure as well, but like I think this is the outcome of a hyper-polarized system, where politics becomes religion almost, and having like guns freely available among the population.
I mean, such a excessive availability and accessibility of guns, obviously, is what allows this situation to happen in the first place, beyond the obvious polarization that you'll find in other countries as well.
To be fair, there was a political assassination of the ex-prime minister of Japan recently.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Japan is a really tough on guns, so
Japan is like the toughest place on earth to get a gun, possibly, and it still happened, and it was a homemade gun. So I mean, still though, it contributes. People, there's no doubt that so many guns being available does not help this situation at all.
Yeah, so
he's gonna get a boost in the polls
for sure. The betting markets are already moving. His chances went up.
I mean, oh my God, really? Really?
Yeah, I mean, this strengthens him 100%.
I'm a martyr now, Luigi. I'm a martyr. They tried to kill us, not me, us.
Wow.
We can't go too rough, people, because they just had a fucking attempted assassination on him. So we have to be slightly serious about it. We cannot condone this shit.
It's kind of difficult to make fun of Donald Trump today.
Yes, because it's shocking. Honestly, I was expecting, I don't know, as I said, maybe Clooney managed to convince Biden. But I was like, no, they actually shot at Trump yesterday. I was like, what the fuck?
Pretty sick. But on the bright side, nothing serious happened. Like the worst thing ever might have been for Trump to actually have gotten assassinated. Can you imagine?
Well, they killed the person, Luigi.
They killed a person. The assassination of a major political candidate of the front runner at this point, might have led to much greater violence.
Civil war was trending on the porn site, on Elon's porn site. I think it was trending immediately afterwards. So, I mean, these are very heated times, and it's not good to see. I mean, make your statements on the fucking ballot box.
Yeah.
Since you have a democracy,
Do you think that this is gonna pull Trump back from doing so many events, or he's gonna double down?
Oh, he's gonna double down. But definitely security is also gonna double down on these events, which I thought was pretty tight anyway.
I mean, apparently, you have to pass through a security check, like a metal detector before
there's no way anybody in there has a gun, but they didn't do a good check they didn't have a good security perimeter around the place, and then this guy managed to get through.
Conclusion, George, what does the analysis say? Is the Donny on his way to victory?
Definitely increase his chances. Sad to say because of this, but definitely increase his chances. Did you see Biden's response?
Yeah, I saw it. Weak.
Weak.
I mean, seriously, like American culture, and this is ultimately the reason that I think Biden can't win. Americans like winners. Like the when Americans sense weakness in a political candidate, it's very difficult to get behind them. And from that point of view, Biden is as weak a candidate as we've seen, an incumbent president being certainly, and Trump suddenly just survived an assassination attempt, so he's the strongest. The
It's heroic.
strongest.
It's almost heroic. It's heroic.
Yeah.
And that's why he did the whole T-Rex arm thing, like the clenched fist thing. But if you want to transition quickly, I mean, we didn't
Mhm.
talk about the press conference. It was,
Oh wow.
negligibly, almost imperceptibly better than his previous attempts at whatever the fuck at the press conferences.
Let's give the background. Joe Biden had a big boy press conference at the NATO summit on Thursday. That's what his team kept
Yeah,
calling it,
no,
the
I
big boy
know.
press conference.
Very
And
big boy stuff.
I mean, for the most part, it was semi-coherent,
Better than the
but
debate. He didn't beat Medicare in this one.
yeah, better than the debate. But what he did in this one was confuse his vice president with Trump, like basically calling Kamala Trump,
And
and
of course,
confusing.
Zelensky with Putin, which literally, I mean, everybody made hay out of it. And it was completely unacceptable at this point. You can't confuse fucking Zelensky with Putin at this point. Now, he caught it immediately, but still,
No,
it's
no,
unacceptable. This guy can't remember his names.
yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously.
But
I mean, you're introducing a world leader, and you're like, my God, like,
it's bad. It's bad. And I thought half the questions were like, sir, Mr. President, what did you agree about China? What did you agree about Ukraine? And what time? When is your bedtime? Because we think it's 10, but you said it's 8.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so sad. It was humiliating. Did you see that Bernie came all in? Oh, I mean, he already supported Biden, already made it known that he supports Biden. But I think he wrote an opinion editorial yesterday. He went all in favor of Biden.
I
Did
didn't
you
see
see
that one.
that? Let me show
No.
you just quickly. I've got it. Stop the bickering. Senator Hill's most effective president. He loves the administration. He loves.
He loves the ability to be able to co-write legislation that actually makes a difference.
Yeah. But yeah, he came out strongly supporting him. I know Mr. Biden is old, is prone to gaffes, walks stiffly, and had a disastrous debate with Mr. Trump. But I also know this. I know this, Luigi. A presidential election is not an entertainment contest. Enough. Mr. Biden may not be the ideal candidate, but he will be the candidate and should be the candidate. And I'm like, my dude, Bernard, he's far from being the idea. We're not talking about fine margins on being the ideal candidate. Whatever. I don't want to get into it. We had an assassination attempt. I don't give a shit. Maybe it's a political choice, Luigi. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna place my bets with this guy.
I mean, I guess that throwing his weight behind Biden actually makes a difference, but I don't know.
Because
It
maybe he's
makes
like, it's a 50-50. Maybe Biden is more likely. Maybe he thinks it's a 60% Biden stays. Biden's got the reins. Biden has to actually pull out. Of course, if the donors completely cut off funding, which they seem to be progressively doing,
hmm
that's the
Yes,
game changer.
yes,
And
yes.
that's what we're waiting on to see how he responds to this.
Apparently, that process has already started, and yeah,
Yeah.
of course, money talks in politics in the
And
US. So,
bullshit takes the bus, people. So,
wow, excellent.
but Bernie
I,
seems to have,
I don't
stake
think,
his position.
yeah, I don't think there's a path to Biden winning at this point, most certainly. And he's also not gonna pull out because remember his interview recently when he was like,
Yeah, he's very
it,
adamant.
God, only if God came down to earth and basically told me, Joe, you have to stop, I would consider it, or
Yeah.
something along those lines, which is ridiculous to say. So he sounds like he really, really wants to stay.
God would have been like, what's up, fat? Come on, fat. Who's that? Is that God? Is that you? I created 5 gazillion jobs just yesterday. God, please give me a chance. I built NATO. But yeah, you're right. He seems adamant. Hunter seems adamant. Jill seems adamant. They're all fucking insane. So he seems to be staying, Luigi. Of
Yeah.
course, the donors are the big card. The donors are the variable that matters.
The
So
fact that
we'll,
we have to rely on a donor
yeah.
revolution
Look, it's
to
sick, dude. It's sick. It reminds me, it's even worse than the worst of the Soviet Union. It's like, no, man, this guy's not senile. You gotta vote for this guy. Man, this guy looks
yeah.
senile. What the fuck is this shit? Are you fucking
Yeah.
with me?
I mean, you
That's
have
how
to imagine
people
that
feel.
before cameras, it might have been easier to get away with something like this. But I mean,
They
when you
got
have
away with something like this. Reagan literally got away with it. Well, he had Alzheimer's. But 100%. Reagan, by the way, Biden has done, he's the president with the fewest appearances on the media as far back as Reagan, because that guy had Alzheimer's.
wow,
So it makes
I, s-
sense. The pattern fits. I think
I
Trump, even Trump, who calls the media the enemy of the people, literally has done 3 times the media appearances in his presidency than Biden. So obviously Biden is hiding something. Now we know what he's hiding. The thing is, he's been coming out on the media far more the past few weeks, the past week or so. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see. I don't think people have been convinced with his performances. Some have been slightly better than others. I think the shell shock was the debate where everybody was
uh,
fighting.
yeah, look, the most important thing that happened there recently, I think, was that opinion piece by Josh Clooney, basically saying Biden is too old, even though I love him, because reportedly that was sanctioned by Obama. And if Obama is softly trying to push Joe out, chances are he's gonna push him out because he's the most popular politician in the party for sure.
Most definitely. And unfortunately, Obama didn't make the call. Clooney made the call to Obama. I don't know how that
Yeah.
works out. I mean, the thing is, it's the donors. We'll have to wait and see if they actually have the spine to pull the money out. And I mean, we don't often, I mean, I don't want to do this, Luigi, considering our general stance on this, but dear oligarchs, dear multi-billionaires and billionaires, stop funding that cadaver. He's gonna die. He's not gonna win. Can you fucking imagine what he's gonna do in the next debate? What if the next debate he comes in and literally shits his pants? Can you imagine? It's September. It's September, and the election is in 2 months, and this guy just shut his pants on live television. It's not a risk you can afford, people. It's just not a risk you can afford.
Trump is gonna be there with one ear shouting, "Look at him!
Travis gonna
Just shut his pants!
Wait, what did you say, Luigi?
He just shut his
No,
pants."
no, no. Before that, Trump is gonna be there
But
with.
Trump is gonna be there with one ear. Like,
I thought I heard it, but I wasn't certain. They got my good one.
it's
Oh my
okay.
God.
I don't need two of them. It's okay.
That's why God gave me two. Like, Donnie, you might lose one. You never know. Already we've gone in, Luigi. We couldn't wait.
This is too funny to pass up.
But I mean, the other guy, yeah, might do that. And then what the fuck are you gonna do? You're done. You're done. By then, you're done. It's not a risk you can take.
Trump is gonna have a war veteran on stage, and it's gonna be his right ear. Enough ear jokes.
Enough we had
Are
jokes.
we
Yeah,
done?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll have more next time because it was very unexpected, but we'll have more.
Okay. Anything to conclude with?
He's gonna make his VP just stand to his right and be like, "You're gonna be my right ear now.
We
Anything you
lied.
hear,
There's
you
more
tell
ear
me."
jokes.
Vance, you're a good boy, Vance. I like you. You're a bit weird. I like you. You're gonna be my right ear now. Stand over here. Anything you hear, you let me know. I can't hear well anymore. What do you imagine he's gonna say? I hope he I hope he's slightly. I hope he doesn't go Trump. I mean, I hope he doesn't go full vitriol on the guy who tried to assassinate him. I hope he doesn't go to his next rally and be like, "The radical left is trying to kill me," and it's not gonna help. That's why I'm saying it. It's not gonna help.
He's gonna channel it the best in the way that best serves his
He should do
polling
it in a
numbers.
gracious way. He should do it in a heroic way. I will rise above the tide of violence. I will bring peace to the Middle East.
Namaste.
When I was in the hospital, they taught me the way of namaste.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Luigi, now we're gonna be cancelled. Let's end the episode
Fine.
because yes, let's end the episode because they nearly killed the guy.
Fine. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. We all agree. A near tragedy, rather.
A near tragedy. Luigi
we're
was
being light about it.
It was his good year, for fuck's sake.
But the thing is, he mostly speaks, right? Like Trump is not really the listening type. So this will not hinder us, George.
There is no problem. I've never listened in my life. Horrifying news.
A newsful week.
Yes, full of news. Anything else, Luigi? I mean, he's fine. He's fine, people.
He's fine.
Rest assured, his glorious supporters. We've got a few as well. We've got a few of his fans. Rest assured, he's gonna be fine, people.
Love and peace upon the world.
Yes. Don't do violence, for fuck's sake. Violence only begets more violence.
Gandhi. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Right. Let's call it a solid maybe.
Right,
See, okay,
thank you.
Let's call it a night. Yeah, I mean, it's a special episode, people. This is unexpected news. We'll see what happens next week.
Have a good week. Over and out.
Bye-bye. See you guys.